but there's other workflows that will go fully automatically, right?
Okay, so here's our close history for pull requests that had automation in it. So you can see we have them set to automatically publish at a certain time. So they are created sometime early morning, 6 or 7 a.m., depending on when we feel like the data is ready to go. Then they sit there as pull requests for a few hours until the drop dead, that's not a good term for this, but publish time, whichever we define. So depending on how long it takes, how long we expect the workflow to go. Sometimes we want to publish it at 9 or 9:10 or 9:15. We want to kind of time these things so that the data sets that take longer to deploy at the same time. There's a lot of tricks involved in getting the data to sort of match at the same time that's something we're constantly working on.
Cool. So we can coordinate data release with these pull request labels, and you can also use that to stop a deployment.
Yeah. So the other thing is, if, like, let's say I've got an open pull request to sort of match up the static data. So if I were to go in here and I go over to labels, I have one called do not publish. Bam. I put that in place. And now in the pull request list, the automated publish system will not publish this one. It'll just skip it. And so this is sort of what we call the stop button, where we can control data workflow. So if for a particular data set, what it needs, I don't know, maybe the data producer has some doubts about some of the data that came in. They can tell us. If they tell us within the window before our publish time, then we simply just put this there and it will skip publishing it. And we can take it off and publish later if we want to. This way we have a little more control over how we're deploying things.
Excellent. And what if an issue was discovered after the data was published? How could you revert it?
The great thing about everything being a pull request, so all of these guys that got put out, if for some reason this V2 stats update got published at 9 a.m., for some reason this data was not what we were expecting it to be, we just want to revert it. Built into all pull requests, the ability to make a revert pull request. So you simply just go into GitHub, you hit revert, and then it's going to offer to create a revert pull request, which when it's merged will restore it back to its original state. So pull requests are just a great natural way to handle the release of data, because we have so much control over what we want to have deployed. And when I create this pull request, take my word for it now. I'm not going to create it. I don't want to make a mess there. But let's say I did create one. I could see the files that the data that changed. So this is built into GitHub is all the deltas to be able to see what changed. The date changed, which cases changed, and we can verify that what's going on is what we want.
Yeah, that's nice.